Corbin and Andy breaking down Arsenal and Manchester United for this weekend. Corbin, you got notes on both teams, and we'll walk through a couple of plays here. I guess we can go team by team. Let's start with Arsenal. What do you expect from them for this weekend and maybe for the next few weeks?
Yeah, so Arsenal have been primarily just second every year. They've always been putting the pressure on, but they just fall at that final hurdle. They're not quite good enough to make it over the line. Off season, they signed two players. One I think is going to be really important, and that's Victor Gyökeres. He's a really promising young up and coming striker, which is exactly what Arsenal needed. They kind of fit every other position, except they've never had that striker to just stand in the box and put away chances. I think he's going to have a massive impact on not just this game, but their whole season. I think he's going to be really good. The second player they signed is a player called Madueke, who they signed from Chelsea. I'm not so sure he's going to work out. He didn't score many goals at Chelsea. He plays on the right wing, which is where their best player, Bukayo Saka, plays. So he's kind of, if he's going to play, they're going to play him out of position on the left wing. He's left-footed. So instead of his usual run down the right, cut inside, bend it in the far corner, he's going to run down the wing and try to put crosses in. It might work out because the service might go straight to Gyökeres, as I just mentioned, and could lead to some goals. But I think they're going to have some teething problems there. Defensively, they're sound. They've won the Golden Glove, which is the team that's kept the most clean sheets. They have the best defensive record for like the last 2 or 3 years. I don't see that changing. They've got all their defenders back fit and healthy. They have rotation options, so that side of the ball, I think they're great. And I'll move on to United next. Their summer signings, they've signed 3 big players. They've signed a player called Sesko, who I don't think is going to be ready for this game just yet. He's a striker. I think he's very overrated. He went for about 70 mil in the end. He only scored 13 goals last season in the Bundesliga. So many of his chances that he gets is from the space in behind and playing on the counter. When you play for a team like United, every player is going to be behind the ball against them. I don't see those same spaces working out here. He's not that clinical. I have some serious issues about them. They signed Mbuemo, who is a right winger from Brentford. I think he's going to work well. How he quite fits in this system and whether he can replicate that. Again, it's completely different playing for Brentford when you sit behind the ball, you counter-attack, you have all this space to run into, as opposed to when you then play all these teams that are going to literally sit players in the space that you're going to run into. He's not going to be on free kicks this year. He's not going to be on penalties. So I see his output drastically decreasing. And the third player they signed is a player called Mateus Cunha, who I really like. But again, I just don't see how he fits in this system. He comes from Wolves, again, a smaller team, has all that open space to run into. Don't expect it to be there for him. He primarily plays behind the striker, but the way United play, they play a 5-2-3 system. So they basically have a 5 defender formation with wing backs, 2 in the middle, a striker, and 2 wingers. So I don't see how Cunha fits into that because he's not an out and out striker. He's more behind like a playmaker. So I really don't see how that works. They haven't fixed their main problem, which is their defense. They're still going to concede goals for fun. They're playing kids all over the place. Their goalkeeper that they spent a lot of money on, they've lost faith on, and now they're playing some other kid called Bayindir, who is really suspect. Andy, you've probably seen, there's clips of him like dropping the ball or like parrying the ball. It's not convincing for a Manchester United goalkeeper. And finally, they're still adapting to the new system under their new coach they brought in midway through last season. I expect them to do better. It's hard to do much worse. They literally just avoided, they were just above the relegation zone. They were one place. They were a few points. But again, 17th for Manchester United is crazy. So I expect them to do better, but not fly into the top 4. So,
all right. So what are some plays that we're looking at for this game?
There's a couple of different angles that you can take this, depending on whether you want to parlay it, if you want to pay juice. There's a few options. My favorite option is to play a same game parlay of Arsenal to win or draw and United under 1.5, 2 goals. So basically United can only score 0 or 1. In their last 5 head-to-heads, Arsenal haven't lost a single one. They've won 3 of them, drew 2 of them, and United didn't score over 1 goals in any of those games. again, it kind of goes back to what I've just been saying. Arsenal have a great defense. They've kind of just shored up their one position that they really needed to in the striker. So I think they're going to be even more dangerous going forwards. Again, I have no faith in United to score. All these extra players, you have to give them time to bed in as well. Like to imagine, instantly think they're going to flick a switch and suddenly all combine and work together in match day one. It just kind of seems a bit unrealistic to me. So, yeah, you can get minus 180 at some places, minus 200. You can play that straight. I love that play enough. Or you can just add a parlay piece and try and bring that juice down to the minus 150 range. In a parlay, I've got Arsenal +1 on the Asian handicap. It's about minus 900. It's really to bring the juice down. It's just a parlay piece. Again, I just talked about. I expect Arsenal to win or draw this game at worst. +1 Asian handicap means if they're within one, so if United win, say 1-0 or 2-1, you get your money back. So it's a part void in a parlay, etc. If they draw, they win, and if they win, they obviously win as well. I don't hate a sprinkle on Arsenal to win the game outright anyway at +100, maybe 120 in some places. Again, for the same reasons. It's early in the season. They're the strongest team. And if they're going to be serious about challenging for a league title, you cannot start slow. And this being match day one, I think they've got to get off to a flyer. So they're kind of the areas I'm looking to attack. So.
All right. Tell everyone what you have up at Bet365.
Yep. So we've been launching Bet365 for the last few weeks. Since July 1st, +51 units. We do have a soccer play up for sale, running 50% off for the next 30 days, 12-1 run, +34 units. We're number one. We're having a really good time, but have to stress Bet365 is for primarily, or 90% of the plays are only on Bet365. You really have to have that book to get it. So, yeah.
All right, great breakdown on Arsenal and Man United. Let's get some of those bets home. Great job, Corbin. Can't wait to get your next soccer video breakdown. Thanks a lot.
Good luck.